Why is the size of my email about a third bigger than the size of its attached files? When attaching data to my emails, I notice that Thunderbird calculates the total size of the resulting email as much bigger than the files I attached. Here's a recent example. 2 images, one at 13 MB and one at 3.6 MB should in total be approximately 17 MB. There were 4 lines of text. Thunderbird then asked me if I really wanted to send an email with a total size of 22 MB. Where is that difference coming from? 5 MB of text sounds like a bit much.
Your data was 17 MB. There are 1024 KB in a MB. There are 1024 B in a KB. There are 8 bits in a byte. So that's 142,606,336 bits. Base 64 encoding encodes every 6 bits as a separate byte. So we need about 23,767,722 bytes. Dividing by 1024 twice gets us 22.67 MB. So that's where the 22 MB comes from. Email is a pretty old technology and doesn't assume an 8-bit clean pipe.
Why is the email bigger? Because the data is encoded in base 64, which encodes groups of up to 3 bytes as groups of 4 printable ASCII characters. Typically, these groups of printable characters are then split into lines. The result is that the encoded data is just over 1 1/3 times the size of the original data. Why is base 64 used? Email has a long history and was originally designed to carry text. Only byte values representing ASCII printable characters could reliably pass through the wide variety of email systems on the planet, and even some of those could be problematic. So MIME devised 2 schemes for encoding other data as ASCII text: quoted printable designed for mostly ASCII text with a few other bits, and base 64 for arbitrary binary data. There have been extensions to the SMTP protocol to try and remove these restrictions. First, 8-bit MIME in 1994, which allowed higher octet values, but unfortunately didn't remove limits related to line lengths and line endings, so was not suitable for arbitrary binary data, and then binary MIME in 1995, which allowed transfer of messages containing arbitrary binary data. However, these standards have not seen widespread adoption. One problem is, what happens if one hop in the mail chain supports them, but the next hop doesn't? The mail server then can't send the mail on as is. It must either reject it as undeliverable and bounce it, which is unlikely to be acceptable to users, or convert it, which requires significant extra code in the mail server. Conversion is made especially painful by MIME rules regarding not using content transfer encodings on multipart types.
Thanks for watching.